Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called Toronto Travel Guide, What to See and Do in the Six. I know that Toronto is referred to as the Six, but I have no idea why they call it that. Is it because it's sort of the sixth city? I don't know. The sixth city of Canada? I have no idea. Maybe we're going to find out. So let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe.
Toronto! Pronounced Toronto, not Toronto, otherwise known as the Six.
Yeah, but what do they call
I
it
like
that?
to think of Toronto as Canada's equivalent to New York City. It's the closest we have to a concrete jungle. First things first, the best way to get around Toronto is by public transport, known as the TTC. Traffic in Toronto is atrocious, and it's often more efficient to take the
How many people live there?
subway or streetcar to your destination. Now, let's get the touristy attractions out of the way so that we can focus on the more interesting stuff later in the video.
Okay.
First up, you guessed it, the CN Tower.
I think this is the most distinct kind of building that this city has.
Tickets are quite expensive.
How much?
At $43 for
Oh, wow.
adults and $30 for both seniors and children. And make sure you buy your tickets online because they're even more expensive on site. After
But I think it's worth it, right? It's sort of top of the rock. I think it's pretty.
a short but terrifying ride up the elevator, we
Terrifying.
made it to the main observation deck and got to take in the views. Luckily, we got a beautiful blue sky day to go. I can't imagine paying $43 and being surrounded by fog.
Well, that's if there's foggy or sort of rainy, cloudy, do not go that day.
Heights make you hungry, there are a few food kiosks and tables for you to enjoy lunch. We spent
I'm wondering if it spins because a lot of these sort of buildings, sort of glass panel walls, they spin and it's very pretty.
about 20 minutes circling the observation deck before we got bored and decided it was time to go back down. Was it worth it? Well, that's up for debate. I would go just to say I've been up the highest building in Canada, but it's really nothing to write home about.
Wow, that to me is crazy because I think those are beautiful views. I don't know, is there somewhere else that you can get those views? Then maybe it is worth it.
Right next to the CN Tower is Rogers Centre, the home of the Blue Jays, the only MLB team left in Canada. If you're around town for
that's
baseball season, I highly recommend getting
I have no idea about sports. I have no idea. I know the Blue Jays. I know they're a sports team. I had no idea they were baseball.
tickets. But if not, the gift shop is open year-round for you to browse and purchase some great merchandise,
that's a
like
nice
this
shirt.
fancy shirt or even a game-used dirt jar.
Dirt jars? Is that a thing? Oh, authenticated game used dirt. Okay, apparently that's a thing.
Nice hat!
Thanks.
There are some other attractions in the area that might be of interest to you, such as the Toronto Railway Museum or Ripley's
Ooh.
Aquarium. A short walk from this area, you will find Canada's most sacred temple, the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Okay. I thought it was some sort of church, and I was about to say, oh, they're I don't know, Catholic, Jewish. I don't know, they're very religious.
If you're a diehard hockey fan, you could spend hours upon hours scouring the
course.
halls looking at artifacts and memorabilia from all throughout hockey history.
Is that a pub? What is that? Champagne? What do we have in Champagne? Oh, it's the one they opened and they won, I guess.
They
There's
even
so many
have
things.
interactive exhibits where you can get in on the action. You can be a goalie playing against your arch nemesis team, or even a Sportsnet news reporter reading off the teleprompter.
That's fun.
One of the coolest sections of the Hall of Fame is the Trophy Hall, where you get to see the dozens of trophies awarded every year to the different teams and players, including the
That's weird to me because I thought, again, I have no idea about sports, but I thought once you won, they kind of gave the sort of trophy to the team and they sort of, okay, they're kept inside the team's home base or something of the sort.
original Stanley Cup, which you can take a picture with and even get up close and personal.
This is very big. I thought it was smaller.
If all this talk about sports gets you hungry, a short walk away you can find St. Lawrence Market.
This is a beautiful building.
You can find dozens of specialty stalls and even grab some takeaway, but we settled for a seafood lunch right across the street.
Oh, that's so nice. It was such a beautiful day out. You were lucky. A lobster roll?
Moving on to another prime tourist attraction is the Toronto sign at Nathan Phillips Square, surrounded by the old and new City Hall buildings. It's a great spot for souvenir photos from your time in the 6s.
Oh, that's so nice.
And if you're in need of some retail therapy, the Eaton Centre, one of Toronto's favorite malls, is right around the corner.
It was packed.
If you're into more posh shopping destinations, you might be inclined to visit Yorkville, a chic community in the heart of Toronto with shops, restaurants, galleries, and even a beautiful residential area.
Oh my god, that was so pretty. I think I would choose that one over the mall.
A few blocks away is Canada's only Eataly, one of my favorite stores in the entire world. It is heaven for any food lover. I can and have spent hours just browsing the aisles.
Yeah, of course.
It's virtually impossible to come out of there without buying anything because everything just looks so good.
It looks good, yeah.
And this time, we even treated ourselves to a meal at one of their 5 restaurants.
Oh, what is that? Is that fried eggplant?
If you want to visit a more eclectic version of Toronto, Kensington Market might be the place for you. This bohemian area is home to lots of restaurants.
The decor is very eclectic. It's very pretty, very nice.
Restaurants, food shops, vintage and quirky clothing shops, among other establishments. A favorite restaurant of mine in the area is Film Cafe. It's a very casual and chill place. The menu might seem a little all over the place as they offer bagels, Latin bites, sandwiches, and even Japanese cuisine. But trust me, they know what they're doing. I always get the teriyaki chicken don and it hits every time.
Looks good.
Once you've finished exploring everything Kensington Market has
Oh my god, the car was sort of plans? What is that? Oh my god, a planter pod?
to offer, it's a short walk to Chinatown.
Cheese magic. Is that a cheese shop?
After a couple of days in the bustling city, you might be looking for a change of pace. I have 2 options that will take you closer to nature while still staying within the city limits.
What a beautiful park.
The first is High Park, Toronto's largest park, sprawling 339 acres.
Oh, this is the equivalent of Central Park.
It features hiking trails, a peaceful lake, beautiful gardens,
It's gorgeous.
sports facilities, a dogs off leash area, and even a free zoo.
What?
It's easy to forget you're in the middle of the biggest city in the country while you're there.
Oh my god. I love there's a zoo with sort of wild animals. That's crazy.
Another great place to feel more at one with nature in
Are those
Toronto
houses?
is the beaches area of town.
Oh,
There's a long
beaches.
boardwalk perfect for casual strolls, and the lake is so wide that you can't see the other side, and it feels sort of like an ocean. You can even enjoy your favorite water sports like
Yeah, do people swim in there?
canoeing, kayaking, or even sailing. But if you prefer staying on dry land, how about beach volleyball? In any event, it's a great place to come to relax alone or with friends. Another cool place to hang out with friends? A rooftop bar. The drinks here are a little pricey, as you might expect, but the views make up for it.
All the rooftop bars, I think, are very famous. They're not cheap. I'll say that.
Finally, I couldn't make a video about Toronto without including what Time Out deems the 14th coolest street in the world, Ossington Avenue.
Why?
There's surprisingly a lot of history on this street, and it's most known for its restaurants, nightlife, and shopping. We had a dinner here one night at Union. It wasn't our first choice of restaurants, but it was the only place that could accommodate us last minute.
Okay.
If you want to dine in the area, I suggest reserving a couple days ahead of time, especially if you want to go on the weekend.
Yeah,
And
I
definitely
can see.
don't forget to check out Bang Bang Ice Cream Shop. There's a huge lineup for a reason. You can smell the delicious flavors a block away.
Oh my god. But
Time for me to head back
why is it famous?
to Montreal now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped you plan your upcoming visit to Toronto.
Okay, this was a great sort of tour guide. I do think I would have loved to see what's up with the ice cream shop. Why is it so famous? I think my number one pick, I don't know, because she obviously spent a few days there. I'm not sure how many days she spent. Maybe less than a week. I would bet a few, maybe around 4 days. I think if I had sort of that short amount of time, because I don't think even I think a week, I think it's not enough to actually get to know a city. And again, it sounds kind of, oh, but a week is a lot. No, a week is nothing. Actually, a week is sort of the minimum, I think, amount of time that you're able to kind of spend in a place with, with kind of getting the sense of what wow, a city is like, but that's really not enough. Although I get it, obviously, if you're on vacation, you probably want to take, and especially if you are out of the country and you're in the country for the first time, or again, you just want to make the most out of your trip. So you want to, I want to visit a lot of cities, but it's sadly that's really the case. It's no, you're not gonna be able to sort of know and experience everything in just a week. So I think this was even less than a week, and well, of course, it's a shame, but again, it happens. Most people do not have endless time to sort of get to know the city indefinitely. But I think if I were as like her, that I have only a few days. She seems like she's from Canada, so well, that's an advantage. You can always go back, and it's easy because it's probably a weekend away, and she can go for the weekend, and you should be fine. But I think my number one, things out of this video that I kind of would be, oh no, I absolutely have to go there. Even if I only go for 3 days, I have to. I think, maybe it's just me. I know all the restaurants look incredible and all the food look incredible. So I would be, okay, first of all, the market, I think was I can't remember the name. But it was a market in which everything looked delicious, everything looked incredible. I think you can easily spend just one day just browsing. So that would be my number one. And of course, the Italy, I would also love to go there. They had so much incredible sort of products and produce as well. And she said, it's impossible to just sort of go and not buy anything. And you're probably going to be spending a few hours there just sort of browsing, and everything looked incredible. And of course, it's impossible to kind of leave empty-handed. Yes, I would love to go there. All those giant blocks of, I think it was Parmesan. I don't know. I would love to go. Yes, of course. Who doesn't love Italian food? Yes. The other one, of course, that ice cream shop. I don't know. I wouldn't know what the big deal is about. And sometimes I think with sort of restaurants, they get very famous and they're very popular. So yes, of course, there's lines and they're booked in advance and you want to go. And yes, of course. And sometimes it ends up being a little bit of a disappointment. But I don't know if it's because you're sort of, I built it up in my head so much because I've been hearing about this place for months, and the lines are crazy. Or again, it was really hard to get a reservation. I don't know if it's because of that, or sometimes and you kind of build it up, and then the reality couldn't possibly live up to the reality of what this place is like. Or sometimes it is for real, and you actually understand. No, I get why this place is so incredibly popular. And why everyone and their brother and their sister and their cousin wants to come here and eat at a place like this. So I would go to the ice cream shop just because it's really, I don't know, it's intriguing to me. How come, okay, there's a huge line, so why? What's so special about this ice cream sort of shop? And I think those, as to eat, I think those were my 3 kind of favorite spots. And then I would absolutely go to the park. The park looked gorgeous. I think it was the park, it wasn't Central Park, it was a Hyde Park. I would love to go. I don't know if I would go to the beach just because the beach looked a little, I don't know how cold it was. It looked very beautiful the days that they were out. It was very sunny. It was very pretty. But I don't know. I wouldn't trust the beaches. I don't know. The beach looked like a nice place, but it wouldn't. I don't know if the water looked that inviting. I don't know. You can maybe dip your toes, but I don't know if I would swim in there. I don't know. Actually, people swim in there. Probably not. Maybe it's really cold, so I wouldn't. But the Hyde Park, yes, I would hike there. It looked beautiful. All those animals, I would definitely go visit the animals. It would be so nice. I think people in Toronto are so incredibly lucky to have this park nearby because it looked gorgeous. I think if I lived there, I would go a few times a week. Just because it's so incredibly pretty that you kind of have to, because again, it's so beautiful and so inviting. The water doesn't look that inviting. The park, no, those parks and those gardens looked incredible. They look inviting to me. That would be obviously my top choice. And then I think it was kind of nice. The street they said, it was one of the most famous streets. I get why, because it looked very interesting. It looked very sort of maybe weird, not weird looking, I think interesting. It's sort of very bohemian, very eclectic. There was a weird sort of mismatch of things, but it kind of works. Yes, of course, it looks very creative in a way. So yes, I would just maybe choose an afternoon or one day to just sort of ramble around and just sort of, yeah, you have no destination, just sort of go to the street and see see where life takes you. Yes, absolutely. I think those would be my top, I think my absolute top choices. The other, I think it's funny that she mentioned the whole the sort of, it was the CN Tower, I think, the famous tower, I think it's the CN Tower. But I don't think it was worth it. I mean, I get why, because I think after seeing all the other things in the video, because earlier on I was, oh my god, why wouldn't you? It looks so pretty. You can see the whole city from up above. Why wouldn't you? Actually, I think it's worth it. It's a great experience to have. But then after seeing all the other cool things that you can do in Toronto, I think, oh well, I kind of see why maybe it's not that worth it, because again, if you only can do one thing, I don't know if I would choose that. I'll put it that way. I think maybe I would go to the park, or maybe I would, again, choose one of the restaurants, maybe go there before going to the CN Tower. I think, well, yeah, if you have time to spend and you don't really, and again, you don't think, well, yeah, I think it was what, $40 to spend. I don't mind spending them and I have the time. Well, yeah, sure, maybe, but it wouldn't be a priority, and I get it. Yes, I think even the rooftop bar that she mentioned at the end, not specifically, obviously you're not that high, so you're not going to be able to see the whole city, but I think maybe that's a little bit more worth it than the CN Tower, because I think it's more about the experience of, oh, you're having drinks and maybe you are with friends, or I don't know. I think the experience, I think it's a little bit better in the rooftop bar than in the actual sort of CN Tower. But it's funny because I was earlier on, no, why wouldn't you? This looks incredible. And I think every sort of building that has one of those observatories that allows you to see the whole city from above, I think they're always so incredibly worth it. But I don't know, in this case, yeah, well, I get it. It's maybe not that cool, especially compared to the other cool things that you can do in Toronto. I don't know, but like she said, your mileage may vary. You take your pick. But yeah, I don't think I'm with her. I don't know if I would. Maybe if I have the time. But yeah, if I have a very restricted time, yeah, I don't think I would. But that was it for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.